Hey everyone, my name is Bethany. Thank you for checking out my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, also thank you for returning. So as of right now, it looks like I'll probably be doing, wow, cards already. Okay, be doing readings like for every season, like once a month, until I get settled with, there's just a lot going on. So if you've been expecting or waiting or, wanting me to do the zodiac signs again, it may be a little bit before I get to that. It's just whenever I can get these out. So we're going into Taurus season. Aries season has been a kind of a whirlwind of things changing just like out of the blue. I don't know if that's been your experience, but it's been mine. Things just, it also has been a little bit of waiting for things to change as well. Not things to change, but I guess so. Yeah, like waiting for things to change. So if you've been in that energy and like, so things have been like shifting and it's like, well, this was going to happen, but now it's not, or this wasn't going to happen and now it is, like that kind of energy. Or if you have been waiting for something to happen, but it hasn't been. Taurus season, it is the bull. It is about like, Taurus is like to be comfortable. I have a Taurus rising, so comfortability, luxury, very much tapped into the senses, but they can be known as being stubborn. So I wasn't gonna say necessarily that like it's gonna happen during Taurus season, but who knows? Like perhaps there's something to look at in that slow and steady kind of, because Taurus, it's not that they don't make movement or they don't want to like change or move forward or anything like that. It's more so they want to do it in their own time, in their own way. So maybe that's what's been coming up too. And that you have to just kind of let things happen in their own way, in their own time. And during Taurus season, the energy is going to support that. So we just came out of the full moon in Libra. So full moons are also about releasing things and letting go. And I just made a post today on Instagram about releasing, letting go, so that could also be relevant. And we already have like the first two cards that came out. We had the King of Cups. This one came up in the last reading I did as well. But this is about being tapped into your emotions, emotional mastery, feeling a lot of things, not necessarily showing them, but it's like you're doing a lot of alchemy within. But then we have the Eight of Cups. So it's about walking away from something, looking at all of the things and like kind of taking stock of your past. Like he lined up all these 8 cups that he had and now he's walking away from them because he's like, okay, these don't serve anymore. I'm going towards the 10 of cups, which is complete emotional fulfillment. But in order to get to that, you kind of have to, well, not kind of, you need to walk away or let go of some things that, don't serve who the new you is going to be. It's funny, now we have regression, but it's 7 of cups. It could be about regression too, like maybe we skipped a step, maybe we didn't do something, maybe we overlooked something and we have to go back but this card is about daydreaming, and it can be about illusionment, and like fantasy, and so that could go either way, right? It can go positively or negatively in terms of shadow or light. So everything has a shadow and a light side. So fantasy, sometimes we can have our heads in the clouds a little bit too much. Sometimes we need to dream a little bit more. But I maybe that is the missing step, is that you were attempting to create something without your heart actually being in it, or you really allowing yourself to dream. Or it's like, you were trying to do something, but it wasn't actually coming from your heart and what you actually truly desired. It was more so coming from what you think, what other people were doing, or what you think other people were expecting of you. So now you're like, okay, I'm really going to look at my options here and see what's there. What do I want? Which way do I want to go? Right? It's like, which cup is going to take me to the 10 of cups, the emotional fulfillment, or is going to be truly emotionally fulfilling. And the devil, so we have the devil, which is Capricorn energy. But it's about vices. It could be about addictions, things that are not good for us, yet we seem like it feels like we can't let go of them. It feels like we need them to fulfill something that we don't think we can fulfill in a healthy way, or we just are realizing these things too. I mean, it's possible that you already know what these are, but it's also possible you've been doing reflection and seeing how they're playing out for you. Specifically with your emotions, it's like how I'm getting like toying with your emotions. It's almost like this devil energy like likes to fuck with you. You've been giving into it a little bit too long, like letting it tell you you're not good enough. I'm, you're not worthy. You can't do that. Your dreams are stupid. Things like that, right? That's that negative energy that can keep us down instead of let us expand and grow and have the life we actually dream of. So we have the Three of Wands, which is waiting for ships to come in. So it's putting your intentions out there and waiting for, I mean, the devil energy could also be that, like keeping you from taking action or telling you to just wait when you need to be taking action. I mean, it could show up in so many different ways. You will know how it shows up for you. Ooh. And the Seven of Pentacles. So we have 2 sevens. The Seven of Pentacles is waiting. Again, it's 2 cards about waiting, along with the devil energy. Yeah, maybe that devil energy is keeping you stuck and like telling you to wait, when really you should have been taking action. So you're going back and being like, what did I miss? What didn't I take action on? It could be that. I don't want to get, because it doesn't feel like that's I'm getting a little bit of confusion. Maybe that's what it is too. The devil energy causes this confusion in you. It's like, I don't know. It causes confusion. I just got kicked out of my channeling, so it's feeling blank. Maybe that's what it does to you. It doesn't like that I'm talking about it. I'll tell you that. It tries to hide. It tries to hide in places. It tries to slow you down. It tries to keep you from going forward. That's the message. It's not necessarily that you haven't been. Sometimes we do need to wait, and we have to allow things to progress in their own way, and we need to let things come to us. We can't force things all the time. But then I think it's more so like the doubt. It's causing you to doubt your own progress, like doubting that you've been waiting or doubting that you've been doing this inner work or going back, right? It's like, it just messes with your head, in the way that you go about things. So we have the Queen of Wands, which she's a magnetic, she's the one who's mastered manifestation, creative, magnetic. She's powerful. She's in her power. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is about observation. It's again more just like watching and looking and waiting to see. Can be about communication, but it's more so about observation and rest. Yeah, see, there's a lot of stillness. That's what I was feeling. Like there has been a lot of stillness, and for a purpose. There's a purpose. So the Four of Swords is about rest, recuperation, needing to either meditate or get more sleep. Because that's observing your thoughts and like resting and giving your mind a break, but also seeing what's there is how you find your power, because you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to give into the thoughts that don't feel good, and I'm going to then give into the thoughts that do feel good and know where my power is. And it's also about like rewiring your brain with affirmations, changing your beliefs. So that's what's been happening. But while that's been happening, the devil energy, which is just like overthinking or that self-doubt, whatever it is for you, the unworthiness, is creeping in because you've had all this stillness time, and it's like, that's not the best way to do it. You should be doing this, you should be doing that. So that's what's been happening. So the Magician is about, this would be like, okay, now it's time to take action, but it's about creation in a way that's like tapping into your magic. It's not necessarily doing the things that everyone else is doing, and it still could be not doing a lot, not taking a lot of action, but energetically you are creating within yourself so that you can attract the opportunities to you, become an energetic match to the opportunities on the outside. Ace of Swords. This I feel like is wielding your sword with like a pen in terms of words and writing down affirmations. Whatever you've been writing down has been working. It's coming to you. You're creating through your word, through your written word and your spoken word. But specifically, I'm feeling written. And you've gotten a lot of clarity through your journaling and through your writing as well. And the Six of Swords. There's lots of swords. It's all about your mind. This is moving on to calmer waters. It's like, no matter what you've been through, you're choosing to take the calmer, peaceful route when it comes to your thoughts and how you're and what you're thinking and, in your mind. So 3 of Pentacles. I feel this card is like co-creation, collaborating, teamwork with spirit. It's creating, and it could be with other people too. It's like spirit bringing in, people that you're going to have, you will have, or do have collaborations with. Lots of swords. So you can actually build it, right? So it's like, and you're going to have to choose that. So we have the 2 of Wands, which is about weighing up your options and making a decision. Maybe you'll have a couple of offers. Like people are like, hey, I want to work with you. And you may have to choose between 2, or it's, you know, you just have to choose this partnership. You have to choose the partnership with spirit, letting them take a part in your life and your manifestations, and you not trying to control it all. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Like, yeah, this is like quick communication. It can sometimes be impulsive communication. So maybe someone coming in and be like, oh my God, I saw your video and I just love it and I really want to work with you. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, it just comes in very quickly, and maybe you feel a little taken back by it because you weren't expecting it. You know, so be aware of that also. That could be coming through. Or maybe it's you seeing the power of your words when you do choose. That it's whatever, take what resonates for you. It could be that you seeing the power that your words and your thoughts have once you get into alignment with spirit, and you actually choose that direction, and you're like, okay, I'm putting down the other wand, right? So this wand that he has here in this card of choice, he's put away, and he is turned his back on it, and he's holding this one and choosing that one. So that's you. Okay, I'm putting away this self-doubt, this negative thoughts, like I'm telling it no, and I'm choosing the other direction. I'm choosing something I've never probably chosen before. And you're seeing the power in that choice, in when I actually stay that course. Competition and a little bit of conflict. So 5 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the competition thing also, like I said, there could be people then, once you do that and people see who you are and what you're about, they could actually be like, everyone's kind of like fighting for your attention, or fighting to, no, I want to work with you, or it could be a lot coming in at once and it feels like conflict or chaos. That's only because it's like a little bit of an overwhelm to your nervous system. It's not like, can be about like friendly competition, right? It doesn't have to be like fighting and like fighting to the death. And then we have another ace. So aces are about new beginnings. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like a solid committed offer. Or it's like you choosing that one offer that feels best for you. Because if you have like 5 or however many, you know, coming in, even 2, I mean, maybe if you are that type of person who wants to take on multiple projects, but if you're the person who only wants to take on one new project and work with one person, you're going to choose that one opportunity. So there may be a little bit of energy where like at first it comes in, because like this Knight of Swords energy is also, it can be like abrasive, or like I said, impulsive, or a little overwhelming. That's just one person. But then we have this, which is then it's like people competing for your attention, and you're like, shit, how do I deal with this? And then it's like, you can choose and you see the best option that is for you after some contemplation. I'm just going to get a few more. If you'd like to work with me, you can go to the link below of this video and schedule with me there. And so I offer tarot readings, energy healing, and also coaching. So, and then if you want like just one just a tarot reading, just an energy healing session, just a coaching session. We could do that, or you can combine the two. So tarot and coaching, tarot and healing, healing and coaching, or we can do all three, which is a longer session. It'd be like 90 minutes minimum, because to do all three of those, it takes a little bit more time. So all of those are available. I would love to work with you if you feel so called. So, all right, so the Fool. I'm also noticing like that the Fool is a 0, and I'm noticing like it's next to the Ace of Pentacles, which is a circle. So something about something coming full circle, or it feels like, oh, I see why I was waiting. I see that this was the offer that I was waiting for. That's kind of the energy I feel like you're gonna have. And then the Fool is about taking a leap of faith, and just about trust. And again, he's going towards, like, these are how the cards are in front of me. He's going towards the Ace of Pentacles, the one offer that after you feel into it, you realize is for you. And the thing about the Fool is that he knows that he's going in the best direction for himself. He may not know exactly how it's going to turn out. He doesn't have a full plan. He just knows that his body and everything in his being is telling him to go in this direction, that he knows it's going to be best for his spiritual evolution. So the Fool energy may look foolish to other people who are not in the same vibration as you, who don't understand your process or your path or your journey. So don't worry about, like, the Fool card is like, you're not a fool. Like, even if other people or against society's standards or beliefs, you seem like you, like, that's what you are. Just own that about yourself. Because not everyone needs to understand your process, and especially on, you know, a spiritual, energetic journey, like, things don't always make sense to the mind, and that's what our society is ruled by, our mind. You're being ruled by your heart and your body and energetics, which is our body, and our heart, right? That's what you're being led by. So continue down that path, because you're on the right path. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow and steady. It's committed, it's loyal, like, you're building a foundation. So you're going to build a foundation, which in whichever direction this is, or you've already been building it. Ooh. And then we have I think this is to wrap up the whole message. So we have the 6 of Cups, which is about nostalgia, happy childhood memories. It is about good memories. It's not like, it's stuff coming back from the past, but it's not like uncomfortable healing. But then we also have, like, these two cards flew out together, the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. So these are uncomfortable, very uncomfortable energies. It's, again, stemming from our mind, because swords represent air, which is our thoughts and our mind and communication. This is about anxiety and stress, sleepless nights, and this is about something dying and not coming back, like a painful ending. So whatever the direction that you choose to go into this new realm, this new timeline, whatever resonates for you, this new you, this new path, this new journey, it's going to be brand new. I want to get more on this though, because now I'm a little confused. But it's going to create, like, you're really transforming. So, like, death and rebirth is happening within your mind and beliefs, and that's going to be painful, because I feel like it stems from childhood. Okay, maybe I need to pull one, but it stems from childhood, and this is why it might also take a little bit longer, because your child self, who has, like, it may seem a little weird, and kind of fucked up, to be honest, like, our child self developed these habits of the not enough, of the unworthy, of the doubting ourselves, of all of that. And it's been with us for how many years now? However many years you're alive, probably when you were like 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Is when it developed. And so you've been friends with that. Like, it created a comfort, and you have, like, nostalgic good memories, even though it's really uncomfortable and fucked up to feel unworthy and to feel like, as an adult, we understand that now and our mind gets that now. But back then we didn't understand it. It was like, oh, this is just how it is. It's kind of like that self-deprecating humor of, you know, a lot of comedians kind of take on, is making fun of themselves. It's like that, right? It's like finding the joy in the, like, disliking ourselves. And so it's just comfortable, and we've been used to it since we were a kid. So there's this, like, weird dynamic where it feels like you're losing a friend, like, because it has comforted you. Like when nobody else was there to comfort you as a child, or you were going through something difficult, it was like the pain was comforting. And it's not even necessarily that you liked feeling like you were unworthy or doubting yourself or whatever it is, but it's just the pain is comforting. I guess that's really what I was getting to. So the reason that it may be taking so long, or may take a little bit longer, is because it's just a little bit harder to let go of that when you've been doing it for years. You've been in that energy for so many years since you were a kid, and it's before your brain is fully developed to understand logically like what's actually happening within your emotions, especially if you didn't have the support, the tools, the resources from adults. It's going to be very confusing. So be patient with yourself and love yourself through this. It's going to be a painful ending, and it probably already has been. But trust that you're going in the right new direction, because we have to grow and mature, right? Emotionally and mentally at some point in our lives. We can't stay our child selves forever, because that just creates unnecessary suffering as adults in relationships. Okay, good. More uncomfortable swords energy. I was trying to get some wrapping up for some like, okay, good. Finally, we made it to the, look at what I talked about in the beginning. We made it to the 10 of Cups. Yay. Okay. So we have Justice, which is Libra energy. So it's balance, fairness, righting wrongs, basically, you know, like Libras and Justice, like they care about justice, what's right and fair, not necessarily what is, I don't know, like what feels good. That's kind of what it is. Like, it's not necessarily about what feels good. It's about what you know to be fair and to balance, and what is balance. So that's kind of like when you're kids and you have siblings, and it's like, what's fair is we all get the same amount, rather than, oh, because I'm older, I get more, right, of something. That's not fair, right? So Libras would be like, no, it doesn't matter how old you are, we're all getting the same amount. So, we have the Seven of Swords. Nobody likes this energy. It's like getting away with something, trying to steal something, deception, our mind lying to us, or someone lying to us and like gaslighting us, basically. But then we have the Ten of Cups. So something about stealing happiness. It's almost like taking back what's yours. Like, I kind of feel like this is you asking you to be the Seven of Swords energy, is like, or it's like not letting your mind steal your happiness, like knowing that it's not balanced and it's not fair. It's like, or knowing it, just also realizing where things were really out of balance for you at as you've been growing up, or as a child, and just realizing, yeah, things haven't been fair, and now I get to balance the scales of justice here in my life. Yeah, I'm being told to shut up now. So again, if you'd like a reading with me, you can click on the link below. Once you pay, I will email you and send you my calendar, and we'll set it up. And follow me on Instagram at Bethany Empowers. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, bye.